YouTube? I'm a TikTok refugee. At least the time I'm making this video, TikTok is gone. I don't know if it'll come back, but I was told to react to this video like 2 months ago from a friend of mine, and I never did it. So we're going to do a reaction video. This is inside a 7-figure freaking Pokemon Casino with OKJLove. I'm going to give a little bit of commentary on this shit because, yeah, they wanted to have my insights into all this. So let's see what's going on in here.
Like psychologically, like milking people for money, right? You just lost $170. Some people win, some people lose. That's capitalism. What kid has a credit card? They might take their parents' card and do it. You gotta understand, it's winner takes all.
Pokemon card collecting has changed massively since the 2020 boom. No longer just a hobby. For some, it's a lucrative business.
1,000, 2,000, 5,000. Like it's just like all the same.
Give you an idea of how much money has gone into Pokemon. For those who don't know me, I've been collecting since I was 8, and I give tips for people on TikTok over the past few years on how to get cheaper cards and not give into FOMO and all the craze and whatnot. Because in like 2018, 2019, I did a short list of some sealed packs I was going to buy. First edition Neo Genesis was $60. Unlimited was $40. So that was a 20-year-old set and was only like $60 after 20 years. Pokemon, for most of its history, was cheap as hell. And then just all of a sudden, Logan Paul and other influencers and hype, and COVID just destroyed the hobby. I mean, it's still going good. It's still, there's a lot more people into it. There's still a lot of things going on. But yeah, there's a lot of money in Pokemon right now, and it's kind of a pain.
Same shit, to be honest. I've basically made an engineer's salary within a day.
And for many collectors, opening 1 or 2 Pokemon packs doesn't cut it anymore. That's where Arvin and his business Goated Pools come in.
Basically started a TikTok stream.
Milky
or a
bags.
Casino, basically. Milky bags are $199 US. It's like, yeah, you're losing money. So worst case scenario, you actually go home with a card that you actually enjoy.
For 199 USD, Goated Pools gives Pokemon card collectors chase.
So I haven't ever used these guys. I've heard of them before. I'd heavily recommend for newer collectors and even older collectors not to do any mystery bags. Mystery bags are great when Pokemon is not the hype thing. When Pokemon is kind of at a low time, mystery bags are great. Remember the old Pokerev and Leonhart mystery bags that they did back before things got crazy and you could get like, you know, first edition packs and stuff in there for, you know, $100 and all other kinds of crap. Yeah, those were the good times. Nowadays, mystery bags, you're pretty much going to get fleeced. You're going to lose out more than you put in. It's just better to buy the cards outright if you want them.
Chasing rarer cards and bigger dopamine hits a choice. A 1 in 3 chance of something incredible.
Goated Ball!
Why do they all do that? What? Why do they all do that? Why do they all have the little cowbells or the little things on these things? I mean, the guys I occasionally go to buy stuff for like Rip and Chips don't do that, but it's just like, why? Why? I get that you're hyping people up, but that is just, it's like, press sound now. It's so, yeah, I don't know. I don't like it.
Or absolutely nothing at all.
And if they get a shit floor, I fucking smash it on the table. You just got.
It's an approach that's earned Goated Pools thousands of dollars, as well as the label arrogant, obnoxious, and worse.
We're not scammers, it's a business at the end of the day, right?
While creating a gateway for kids to the world of gambling.
Kids aren't dropping thousands of dollars on my stream. You literally legally cannot buy if you're not over 18, right? So.
How do you know that? That happens all the time, doesn't it? Like kids dropping money with their parents' credit cards. Am I crazy in this? Like that happens all the freaking time. I mean, he has no clue who the heck's buying stuff and why or when. So you can't control for that. And what he said in the beginning is right. He probably is not scamming at all. I bet you all of this is above board. It's just you're gambling. You're adding a level of gambling onto Pokemon that doesn't need to be there.
You're not a kid if you're over 18.
I wanted to see how an operation like this works behind the scenes, so I went to LA and stepped in one of the craziest live streams on the internet.
Pokemon Casino, baby.
7 figures? Well, clearly it's working for him. That should show you how much money's been dumped into Pokemon in the last few years. Everybody's treating it like stocks and investments, which if you're a collector, yeah, sure, you want your collection to go crazy, but at the same time, if you can't even afford the new stuff coming out, like Prismatic's going crazy right now, which I was telling people on TikTok for like 6 months, that thing was going to go crazy. Nobody listened to me. Yeah, it kind of kills the hobby for your average collector, and then it causes big crashes later down the line.
Where do you want to start? Welcome to my headquarters. We're in California, Orange County. I'm Arvin. Goated Pools is my channel name. you can call me Goated Pools too. Basically started a TikTok stream, or a casino basically, and we sell mystery bags called Milky Bags. I don't know why it's called Milky Bags. I just come up with the weirdest shit.
Why is it called Milky Bags? That is a weird name to call your mystery bag. Milky? I don't want milk on my bags, unless it's certain kinds of milk.
Milky Bags are a black plastic bag that costs 199 USD. Inside, you'll find just one authenticated and officially graded Pokemon card. But Goated Pools and his Milky Bags have a twist. They're sold in rounds on his TikTok live stream, then opened immediately for customers as they buy them for an audience to watch in on.
All right, last 2 bags. One person's about to hit a chase, one person's about to hit a floor. 3, 2, good luck to both contestants. 1, Goated Pools! Beautiful PSA 10, Mewtwo and Mew. Oof, Magmar. You just got Magmar'd, my guy. Alex!
It's funny, I can already tell with the prices they're showing that some of these prices have changed in 2 months, like drastically. I think that Mew and Mewtwo has gone up since this.
Goated Pools!
Each round contains 50 Milky
Umbreon.
Bags, and of those 50, only 16 will have a card inside worth more than the 199 USD asking price. These bags are known as chasers. The other 34 Milky Bags have a card inside worth less than what you paid. These are floors, and with 199 on the line, you want to avoid pulling a floor. So it's about a 1 in 3 chance of getting your money's worth, but there's a little more on offer.
And then every bag comes with like 10 packs, but usually like the 10 packs they get are like the packs that aren't as expensive, like Wild Force or Cyber Judge.
So you'll also get some booster packs of a recent set worth about 15 bucks in total.
Notice how they use Japanese sets in these a lot. One reason why is they're cheaper and they're a little bit easier to get when things are going crazy here in the States. Number 2, a lot of Japanese sets are either mapped or have like 1 hit per box. So once the hit is hit, the rest of the packs are very unlikely to have another hit. Or if you have Japanese God packs in a set, you should never, and I think this is going to be true of Prismatic here eventually, never buy loose packs from anyone. Even if you trust them or whatnot, there's a chance that they could be weighed and they'll know exactly if it's got a God pack in it or not, which means if you're chasing a God pack, which are already super rare, which a God pack is just every single card is a hit, yeah, you're not going to have a chance at getting them. So be very careful with Japanese packs because their stuff is more structured than English. English is a little bit more random. And if they opened up like 10 cases of these and went through till they got the hits and then used all the leftover packs for it, which a lot of this seems sealed, so that they're probably not doing that, at least on the shelves. So, but yeah, that's something to watch out for if you ever use these kind of things.
Sometimes English, sometimes Japanese. They'll open those for you too, and then mail the cards as part of the experience.
If they do buy 2 bags, instead of their 20 bag packs, which are lower value packs, they could trade their 20 bag packs for whether it's like EV Heroes packs or like Evolving Skies, Burning Shadows, constantly rotating inventory.
Upselling is the name of the game. Some Pokemon packs are better than others, so
Woo! I could tell you prices have changed in the last 2 months. So, to give you an idea, Evolving Skies, $700 2 months ago. I think that thing's at like $1,300 right now.
giving customers the option to trade up for them makes buying 2 bags at once a better deal and helps Milky Bags sell out almost daily.
How many rounds a day do you sell out then?
Anywhere from 1, 2, or 3. The most we've ever done is 10. That's $100,000. I didn't sleep for 30 hours in that period though.
So you're saying in one day you made $100,000?
We sold 100,000.
You sold, okay.
Profit, not 100K, but
That is a lot of people gambling on shiny cardboard and losing a crap ton of money.
it was I'm not gonna,
It's still
Wow.
pretty good.
crazy.
Yeah.
1 round contains 50 Milky Bags. That's roughly $10,000 per round. Sell out 3 rounds, and that's $30,000 in just 1 day. For $200 for a 1 in 3 chance at a rare card and some booster packs worth $15, it's a lot of money when you take a step back. It's a gamble clearly in favor of the house, which is why Goated Pools has a strategy to keep customers convinced they're being looked after.
If you spend $200, say worst case scenario, you get like a $20 slab. $20 slab, 10 packs, you're going home with like what, $30, $40 of shit. That's not that bad, right? You open a booster box of like Lost Origin, which is like $220 right now. It could be a lot worse than $30, $40, let's be honest, right?
Yep.
You can get like $10 of shit.
Yeah.
Arvin's philosophy
That depends on the set and the era. So Pokemon, despite having crazy pull rates for like alt arts in the Sword and Shield era, it's been a lot easier to pull a variety of cards that have value. Honestly, the black and white, like Plasma Storm, Plasma Freeze era, that's the only one I could think of that was like you could get absolutely nothing out of a booster box. Maybe some Gen 3 stuff, because I opened up some EX Deoxys boxes back in the day and got like one EX. But for the most part, for most sets in Pokemon, you're going to get, if you spend $100 on a booster box, if you get absolutely nothing, you've still probably got like $50 worth of value back. But yeah, if you're buying booster boxes that are way expensive right now, then yes, there's higher chances that you're not getting things like a $300 booster box because there's only 2 or 3 big chase cards in it. Yeah, that can hurt you, but most of the time you're getting some value back in general.
Is that typical Pokemon products like booster boxes or packs inherently offer a lower return for customers compared to his Milky Bags. And it works. Live streamers opening Pokemon cards for customers, known as Rip and Ships, have been thriving on services like Twitch, TikTok, and whatnot since 2020. But few breakers are as successful as goated pulls, so what makes him different?
Average Rip and Shipper will probably get this for like 30 bucks. They could sell this anywhere from 35, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100, 200, depends. You can up the price by putting.
And that's one thing with rip and shippers that a lot of people don't seem to misconstrue. Some rip and shippers are businesses, and they get distro prices, and they get below MSRP, and they normally sell right at MSRP or maybe a little bit above. Other rip and shippers are people who are actually scalpers going through and clearing all the damn shelves and selling for way over MSRP. And really screwing people. You're seeing that right now with Prismatic quite a bit. So if you ever see someone say that they got it, well, and here's the other thing with distro, I should be careful about this. The other thing with some distros is if you're further down the line in the distro, they upcharge you as well. So there are legitimate businesses who are paying over MSRP to get the products and then have to upcharge it to make a little bit of profit on that. But a lot of the bigger ones, they're getting for under it. So if they're charging out the wazoo for something, they are making bank on something like that.
People call bounties. Put a bounty on a specific card, be like, oh, if you hit like Bubble Mew SAR,
Bounties.
I'll give you a Moon Kitty, right?
Breakers use bounties to incentivize spending during live streams. See, each Pokemon card set has a bunch of different cards you can find, but few are actually rare and hard to find, like this Mew SAR or Bubble Mew. In Arvin's example, this is the bounty, so if your packs had this inside, goated pulls would give you an even rarer card, like this Umbreon Moon Kitty worth over $1,000 for free. Bounties are basically another layer of gambling upon gambling, but the perceived added value gets customers over the line.
The insurance thing.
I've never used bounties. That's something new. I didn't know those. I've seen them before, but I've never paid attention to them. Because again, I don't use Rip and Ships very often. When I do, it's pretty seldom. But yeah, I mean, that adds a little bit of value, but they're going to choose cards that are near impossible to pull.
Is if you buy 2 bags for $400, like say you hit the 2 worst slabs possible in that whole round. I don't want you to go home with 2 slabs that are $20 each. If they get 2 floors, meaning 2 shit cards basically, they could trade their 2 floor slabs for one of the insurance cards.
Let's say you buy 1 Milky Bag and hit a floor, you instantly lose. But buy 2 for $400 and you gain access to insurance, a safety net option where you can trade your 2 $20 cards for 1 card worth between $100 to $200. But that's still a loss of over $200, and the value of insurance cards is constantly shifting.
It kind of made it cool. I got the actual like vendor display cases that you get at Collecticons. I bought those.
And just to give you an idea of what I said earlier, how much stuff has shifted in 2 months since this video was made. Pokemon market is crazy and is constantly shifting almost freaking daily or weekly, depending on the cards.
Fill it up, restock it every round with like cool cards that range anywhere from like, I mean, market goes up and down. So there could be slabs that are there $50, $60, $70, but then I have slabs that are 100, 120, 150, 170, 180. I'll sprinkle in a few cards that are over 150 to incentivize people to hop in right off the bat. So in case they get absolutely basically right off the bat, worst case scenario, they do get a nice card that's like 150, 160, 170. So think about it. Worst case scenario, if you spend $400, especially in the beginning, if you hit 2 floors, instead of going home with 2 $20 slabs, you trade those $40 of slabs into like $150 like Celebi Altart PSA 10, right? That's not as bad.
Milky Bags only contain...
Yeah, that's not as bad. You've still lost money, folks. You lost the money's gone. You overspent for that. You spent $400 for a $150 thing. I get that people like the chase. I get that people like to do this. This is one of the worst ways you can do to build your collection, especially during hype periods. Because back in the day, mystery stuff used to just be fun and great, and you had some good chances because nothing was that expensive. Nowadays, yeah, you're losing a lot of money.
Slabs. These are cards authenticated and graded on a 1 to 10 scale by a company called PSA. Any card graded 10 is deemed perfect and worth the most amongst collectors. But to get 10s requires finding rare cards and then sending them to PSA for evaluation. So how does Arvin manage a business while sourcing so many perfect and expensive cards at the same time?
So the Milky Bags are full of slabbed graded cards only. How do you get so many slabbed graded cards? Do you get raw cards and then grade them yourself? Or do you just buy slabbed cards?
I ain't got time for that, so I basically just go to conventions all over the place. I just buy them. Some people think it's fake. I beg to differ.
No, yeah, he's absolutely doing that. But however, 2/3 of his inventory is like $20 cards and cheapy commons that have just been graded and whatnot. He's probably sending in a bunch of the commons, uncommons, because it's cheaper than to try and go and find those, because people don't normally grade those a lot. I mean, some do, but yeah, I don't know how many people are grading like classic collection right now, commons and uncommons, unless they're sending in the entire set kind of thing.
Viral TikToks of Arvin negotiating deals at card shows have earned him plenty of hate online, with many saying the sales aren't real and are just for views. But in reality, he's spending tens of thousands of dollars on Pokemon cards almost every weekend.
Look, so like we literally have on this whiteboard like all the card shows. My friend that I hired here, Josh, he's basically the reason this looks like this, or else you couldn't see anything. It would have been unorganized as shit.
As far as like big time shows like Collecticon specifically, there's not a lot of them. You've got nationals, you've got Collecticon, you've got
Not a lot of them. Freaking Collecticon's got 18 freaking venues this year. 18. That's more than one a month. All over the country. The big card shows have been growing left, right, and center, as have the local stuff. Last year, Collecticon had what, like 14, 15, or was it 12? It's been growing like crazy over the years.
you've got Worlds, and you've got like Comic-Con, right? I think those are like the big four ones, and then like Front Row Card Show. But as far as like where we source our inventory, like yeah, we literally go to every show.
We have a sticker on the stream at all times that says how many bags are left on the website, and we have a sticker that says how many chases are still alive. And then we'll constantly like let people know like what the queue is like, how many people are in the queue.
Their model clearly works, especially when most floors from a round have been hit and only chases are left, making the Milky Bags primed.
Bags become primed when the first 10 bags, or say first 15 bags, they only hit like 2 or 3 chases. And if the chases they picked are not the big ones and the top chases are live, bags are primed, baby. We're about to sell out. It's printing season. And then all the fucking snipers, the pigeons just start scavenging and cleaning the scraps. And the orders just flood in.
Pigeon.
Yeah, there's a lot of snipers out there who will do that kind of stuff to try and get the big chase cards, and they will drop thousands upon thousands of dollars. Which I guess if you're gonna do a mystery thing, if you aren't gonna listen to me and do a mystery thing, that's the best time to do it, is to increase your odds to the max. If they've got, 6 chases and only 10 packs, then yeah, your chances of getting something good is going to be pretty solid. But again, don't recommend it.
In this case, referring to customers who can't afford to spend as much as whales. Those are collectors who have a lot of money to throw
it's Gary.
around. Now, you'd think labeling customers pigeons and civilians would be bad for business, but if anything, those controversies fuel Arvin's machine even more.
I have a business, right? This is a business model. There's always losers, always winners. The round is 50 bags, $10,000.
And he is winning hand over foot.
Obviously, I have to make money on the round to be able to keep entertaining the people. But I try to be fair as well. There's something called profit margin. You don't want to get too greedy to keep the people around. And I find that perfect balance, which is where I'm at right now.
There's a ton of moving parts here, but the model is pretty simple. 1, advertise generally popular cards. 2, give the buyer layers of perceived protection, insurance and bounties. 3, provide relatively winnable odds, a 1 in 3 chance. 4, let customers see the odds change in real time. And 5, make a spectacle of both the winners and the losers. So what does it actually look like in action?
So we're live right now. This guy, I think, hit 2 floors and he's doing insurance. And he traded his 2 floors for a Van Gogh PSA 9.
Is that good or bad?
I mean, he hit 2 floors. good for my pockets, but not for the customer, I guess. Look, right now there's 6 chases live, and then there's 18 bags on the shop. So right now the odds are 1 out of 3. I don't know what chases are live right now, but they go over with them.
You're on TikTok or whatnot?
Now, I don't know if these guys do it. Be careful when you go onto some of these mystery bags and some of these select the cards out of things, like when you're doing like pull boxes or something like that. If they don't show the pull box and let you choose the position of the thing, then they could very easily, what they'll do is they'll grab from people who spend frequently, and they'll grab the crap for you. So if you're new to something like that, watch it. If they don't show you, hey, I'm selecting row 4, row 10, item number 3 or something like that, then they're probably just pulling it off the side and giving you whatever the heck they want to give you. Whatnot streamers get this all the freaking time, or they do this all the freaking time, so be careful with that.
All right.
This is TikTok. And basically if they want to order, all they do is click on the profile where we were at, click on this, and then I put a link tree here, and then if they want to order something, they hit shop. I got my Discord, Instagram.
Since filming, the original Goated Pools account has been banned on TikTok due to 37 reports of gambling violations. But
37 reports, or like actual confirmed stuff? Like, dude's a mafia boss. What's happening here?
they're still going strong under new account Goated Pools. That's 2 Z's.
You hit here, shop. If you hit slabs, this is the Milky Bags. See, Milky Bags, $1.99. These were the ones we started with for this round.
Right, gotcha.
16 chases. Beautiful cards. Gladius, Latios, Sabrina's Gengar.
I just got it. I just freaking got it. He calls them Milky Bags, not because he doesn't know what the heck it means. He's milking his customers. I was thinking it was something freaking food related. Out here, my fat ass was like, oh, he's calling them pigeons, like pigeon bread or something. Get the bread for the people. Like, what? I don't know, but okay. Milky Bags, milking your customers. Great name. A little on the nose. Great name.
All right, the actual stream room, let's go.
Goated Pools runs from a shared office complex, meaning these guys are streaming and flipping Pokemon cards amongst traditional white-collar jobs during work hours, and it gets loud.
Like, this is a legit corporate building, and I'm renting 2 offices in Pokémon Casino, baby.
It's loud. I can even hear it from out here.
Yeah,
dude.
like the room will shake.
Why do that when you can do it from your home? Why do that? Just have a room dedicated to your streamers, and then have another, like, put them in the garage, put them in your basement. No reason to spend a ton of money renting out an office space.
Like, right now it's really quiet.
Chat, bags are what? Bags are what? Bags are what, chat?
Or is he filming us?
He's live.
Oh, he's live.
Chat, okay, there's 6 chases live. The Leafeon Poncho is live, right?
Yep, it's live.
That's around 450 USD, chat. What else? That's around 200, 250.
Jay, Mewtwo.
Mewtwo is like, what, 450 to 500? What else?
So it's Charizard right here.
Charizard, VMAX,
Okay, Sabrina Gengar.
Sabrina's Gengar.
They got a lot of Japanese on this one. Japanese is typically cheaper, except for certain things.
Is live too?
Yep.
That's like 500, 600. Okay.
And then Latias.
That's gone up.
Hold on. Latias, Gengar, this, and that?
Bro, the bags are fine. Chat, see me.
Wait, and the queue's empty?
Yeah, queue's empty.
Yo, you realize, like, all the top chases are live.
Hyping up your customers is the easiest way to drum up sales, and that's what makes streaming so lucrative for Pokemon card sellers. Rather than wait for the sales to come to you, you can convince potential customers to take a chance, all in real time.
So there's what, 3 bags left here, 4 here. Basically, there's 18 bags left here. Every bag is gonna have a slab and
Okay, it looks like either they've got it marked and they pull from that, or they have their chat actually pull, like, say which box they want, what row they want, and what number they want. Let's see.
packs in it. 6 out of these 18 are gonna be those chases he talked about.
Jump in, bro.
And by constantly reminding customers that there's a safety net with insurance, selling out 50 bags per round becomes child's play.
Wait, these are the insurances?
Okay, so one thing about insurance before they get into insurance, always choose the older stuff, folks, and the stuff that has less volatility. Because I can tell you right now, the Versus Series Blastoise and Gyarados is going to have less volatility than the Gold Mew or the Celebi V or the Alakazam or anything like that. Choose the older cards and choose the cards that are rarer. I think the Garchomp Giratina Rainbow is a little bit more rare on the rarer side. Like, yeah, sure, there are alt arts in here, But the reality is you want to choose stuff that you don't see all the time and that will kind of hold value if you're going to go with this. But of course, take my original advice and don't do it in the first place.
You get floors, you get to change those for insurance. And insurance are gas right now. We have cars that are worth like 100, 150.
That Articuno is like 150.
It's valuable insurance right now.
Clearly, there's an audience who loves this gamble. Otherwise, they wouldn't be selling out 3 times a day. So, for those buyers who can't get enough of it, Goated Pools offers something a whole lot riskier, where it is truly winner takes all.
If the people are feeling it, I'll get like 10, 15 people. Each person will get 1 bag. Most expensive card, according to price charting, takes everything.
Right.
Simple.
Okay.
The loser, I'll probably just like ship them a pack or something so they get something at least. There's gonna be 14 losers, 1 winner. But 200 bucks is not that bad to risk if you're gonna print.
That's a 15-person battle royale. So even if your bag contains a chase, if it's not the most expensive card from that 15-person battle, you lose it.
And then I've had like mega.
But not for like fun? I've seen rippage ships where you do that stuff for fun, but not like, what? Who would spend money on that? Obviously a lot of frickin' people. But that's like horrible. That's like, yeah, you're gambling against 15 other people and you're gonna lose everything and just your money's gonna disappear. You don't even get the card that you win. I've seen people do it for fun. Like, oh, haha, you lose. Oh, this guy wins. He gets this extra card. Oh, okay, fun. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like a $5 card. Okay, cool, fun. But like that's insane.
Whale battles, dude. One time I did a battle, I had like 500 people watching. It was the craziest shit ever. 3 of my whales, I'm not gonna say their names, I made 3 bags. I put a Poncho Charizard, a Poncho Magikarp, and a Poncho Skull Grunt. Each person paid over 3K. Winner went home with like almost 9K of slabs. The person that picked the Charizard Poncho got all 3 ponchos.
Right.
The other 2 people lost 3,300.
Well, at least the person who wins gets everything and not just 1 card. But good gosh, that you could just buy the card you want, man. You could just no.
$33 in front of an audience. And people were like, what the f*** is going on? This is Pokemon cards? I'm like, yes, this is fun.
Yeah, that's what I've been asking for 5 years. What the is going on?
Do you care much about like the losers? Because there's a lot of winners, but there's 34 losers on these floors.
No, I don't know this guy personally. But no, as a business owner, you're not going to care about the losers. You care about returning customers. You care about returning whales. Those are the people you cater to the most in these businesses. You don't care about some random Joe Schmo who dropped, $200 or a couple $1,000s for the first time, thinking he'd get lucky. I think there was a guy recently who just did that with like a credit card thing. He bought like $26,000 worth of Pokemon cards, thought he could flip it, and then his wife divorced him or something. I saw some clip about that. But yeah, this is not going to end well.
Well, that's why the insurance exists.
Right.
And to be honest, I mean, that's part of the game. Like, in terms of like feeling bad for the person, dude, I mean, I'm a very straight up person. When someone hits floors, especially when they get 1 bag and they don't hit a chase, I'm like, okay, you're going in raw. No protection, no insurance. I'm like literally in front of the odds. I'm like, you might just get right now. And if they get a shit floor, I fucking smash it on the table. You just got fucked. People appreciate the honesty though. It's refreshing, right? As opposed to like, wow, beautiful slab. No fucker, it's not beautiful. I mean, it's a cool card, but the guy just got fucked, right? You just lost $170. Some people win, some people lose. That's capitalism. People appreciate the honesty. And then half the chat's like, oh, this guy's hilarious. Wow, this is so refreshing. That's why they like it, because it's honest.
While $200...
Well, I appreciate him for that because he's absolutely right. There's random ass people who just like scream over a $5 card and rip their shirt off and pour like milk over themselves and whatnot and celebrate because you pulled absolutely nothing. But again, I know the enticement of getting these big cards that may be outside of your wheelhouse, maybe outside of your price point, is huge, but you have to be smart about how you spend on Pokemon cards. The last 4 years has shown that, because you can get a lot of these things for a heck of a lot cheaper by watching them, being smart, and not gambling with your money, and then you have the cards you want in your collection. So yeah, this is crazy.
Seems like a lot of money. For some Pokemon card collectors, it's a drop in the ocean. So when a whale appears in the water, you can be sure Goated Pools is going to try and hook him.
If you go on the average stream on TikTok or any other platform, $200 is no joke, right? When they spend $200, I'm like, wow, okay, they spent 200 bucks. But I'm kind of numb to it because people buy a lot, $200, $500, $1,000, $2,000, $5,000. Like, it's just like all the same shit, to be honest. When I get a notification when a guy will spend over $1,000 and I've never seen their name before, right? I'm like, oh, hey, for example, John, just a random name. John, oh, like, nice to meet you, man. Well, first I confirm the first letter, last name to see if they're legit when they're picking their bags, because they get to pick their bags. I'm like, oh, John. And if I notice like they're ordering multiple times, I'm like, oh, like, if you don't mind me asking, what do you do for a living, right? They don't have to say it, but like, I'll try to get to know them, because like, I want to see if this person's legit. Just like morally too, I'm pretty good at like psychologically like milking people for money. Might be a controversial term, but I'm really good at making people spending money.
He's trying to see if he can be a returning customer. He isn't trying to necessarily see if he can afford it. The one-offs, you're not going to care about in a business like this. He's trying to see if that person has a lot of money to blow and is a gambling addict.
I'd be pushy sometimes on stream, but I guess that's what I'm good at. But I have some morals, and like, if the person is just an average Joe making like 3K a month, I don't want to milk that guy. I feel bad, right? I'm like Robin Hood almost, right? But if he's like a regular guy, I'm like, hey, be careful, buddy. Like, I don't want you to blow your monthly salary in 1 hour here, right? Because you might not get that money back. But like,
well, telling him be careful is fine. The question is, does he cancel their orders? Because see, if we're gonna take this from a moral standpoint, and he goes, hey, yeah, I don't want you spending this. What you told me is you work at 7-Eleven and you do 12-hour shifts. You don't make a ton of money, and you just spent like $4,000. Bro, I'm canceling your orders. You're not allowed to buy from me. That's a good thing in my opinion. But if you're just saying, oh, who are you? Oh, you can't really afford this. I'm gonna caution you against it, and then not doing anything. Well, then yeah, you're running a business there.
if I find out the person's like a degenerate regardless, they like to gamble, they go to casinos, right? If that person's gonna go spend 20K in Vegas that weekend regardless, you might as well spend 20K on Milky Bags. Your odds of making money is probably better, right? Because let's face the facts, you go to Vegas, you're losing that 20K, 99%, right? That also means they're probably not gonna do a chargeback.
I don't know, roulette's almost 50-50. It's like, what, 48.6, and his are 1 in 3. So there are things that have better odds if you want to gamble.
Right? So I built a connection with this person that's successful and networked with them, and I know they're legit. So I use that in relationship building.
Before, you were talking a little bit about getting to know the people that come and buy from you and milking the people that you think are
like
worth milking.
Morally, like whether it's right to like, it just like, it feels, I'd feel shittier if I'm like milking their wallets if they're like not making a good living.
But how do you know for sure that they're making a good living or not?
You don't.
How do I know for sure if they're making a good living or not? I mean, I asked them in the chat, I'm like, what do you do for work? If the guy's like, I'm a doctor, okay, then he's a doctor. I mean, I kind of trust people, but I don't see why he would lie.
In the business world, extracting the most out of your clients like this is a good thing. But in this world, customers are fundamentally gambling, which very quickly starts blurring the lines between store and casino.
I met some really interesting individuals. And I'm not gonna disclose their names, but that one day we did sell 100K. It was really cool. One of our top whales, I'm not gonna say his name, he flew in that day to the office. He spent like so much money already, but he makes good money, like more than any of us could imagine. He brought his own collection sitting on stream. I made him stream for like 10 hours, I kid you not. I didn't make him, he wanted to, he was having fun, right? And he started like giving his own shit away, bro. He gave away 2 PSA 10 Giratinas, Altarts, from his own collection. He gave away like over $2,000 of stuff that day, and people were loving it. He was like buying bags. He actually visited again last month, and he was like it was a little bit slow at first, so he's like, oh, like the next 3 people to buy a bag, I'll give you a free bag. I'm like, what? Like, you're still like gonna spend, like give away $600? He's like, yeah, F it, why not, dude? I'm like, okay, thanks, man. But they basically just like have basically you money.
I know a guy like this, and I want to get to that point where I'm making enough money where I could just throw random big cards at people. Because all I could do is make kind of packs for the kiddos right now, and I want to just be like, hey, yeah, I got 10 freaking, Mew Altarts. Here you go, have them, have fun.
And it's crazy.
How big your collection is and how rare your cards are has become a sign of status. Collectors with the biggest wallets have the most influence. I guess nothing's really changed since those days on the playground. but flaunting it around comes with a cost. Arvin has had more than enough run-ins with the tight-knit Pokemon community, with one of his sales going viral on Twitter and earning him labels Finance Bro and Scalper.
You come under a bit of heat recently.
Yeah.
One of your Instagram reels went viral, but on Twitter, people calling you a scalper.
I would say he's not a scalper. Scalping is going into stores, buying up all the modern product and trying to resell it for 50%, 100%, 400% of its value. That's the stuff you're seeing in Costco videos right now and Walmart videos right now. Now, it's not happening everywhere. A lot of these are isolated incidents, but it's happening a lot more than it should. That's scalping, is grabbing up all the stuff that just came out and trying to resell it. Half the stuff he's got is years old. You can't just go to the store and buy that all up. You're going to conventions, you're going to private collectors, you're buying stuff on eBay. Yeah, you're not, that's not scalping. I need to do a video on that because people just call everybody a scalper. They call PokeRev a scalper. They call Rudy from Alpha Investments a scalper. Like, what are you talking about? The dude buys like a room full of a product and sits on it for 20 years before he touches it. Like, that's not scalping. Yeah, he's buying a lot and that stuff's not getting out to the rest of the community. I get that. But when Pokemon's printing billions of cards, his stuff is such a small drop in the bucket. Yeah, I need to do a video on that.
Now, I don't think you're a scalper. I don't think this is scalping. There's multiple facets to Pokemon card collecting. Some people just like opening packs, some people like playing the game, and then some people like buying slabs, trading them, selling them, improving their personal collection through cards that are going up in market value. So if people start calling you a scalper while you're doing something that you enjoy.
Yeah, I just laugh. When I got into the hobby 3 years ago, I would go to Walmart, Target, and they would have Hidden Fates ETBs. Walmart would open at like 7, 8 a.m. and I was addicted to ripping, right? I wanted to pull that Hidden Fates card. So I'd line up with my friend that also got into ripping with me. We'd line up at Walmart at like 5, 6 a.m. But then in that same crowd, you got like 60-year-old dudes that are also into sports cards that were scalping the sports cards and reselling it on eBay, those boxes, like they had hobby boxes.
Yeah.
And they knew that those Pokemon boxes had value, right? I don't know if I was a legit collector, but I was ripping those. I wasn't reselling that shit on eBay. I was addicted, dude. This guy would just come with his shopping cart. He'd show up before everyone else, empty all the Hidden Fates ETBs into the shopping cart, and then you got all, like 20 like average Joes like us, like, dude, I want to rip a Hidden Fates ETB. Can I get one? But it's like first come, first serve. It's a free country. That's considered scalping, right? When you're just gonna be an asshole and just take all the shit. I'm not scalping.
Yeah, he's absolutely right about that. He's not scalping. He's running a casino. There is a difference. I know it may not seem like it, but there is a difference.
If I go to Collecticon and I buy like 2 Moonbreons when they're like $1,400, dude, there's like 1,000 Moonbreons just sitting at Collecticon that no one's buying. If Moonbreon was like a $100 card and the second Collecticon's doors open at 10 a.m., I had a team of like 200 people and we cleared the entire show of every single Moonbreon, and we bought out every copy of Moonbreon on TCG Player and every single Moonbreon, or Umbreon VMAX, shall I say, on eBay, on every website. That's market manipulation or scalping in a way. That's a whole different thing. I ain't got time for that. That's almost impossible to do. And you would need infinite amounts of money. So, if you think this is scalping, bless your soul.
Arvin and Goated Pools went viral thanks to his coin flip videos. If he wins, he buys cards from the seller at a discount, and if he loses, he pays them more. So it's easy to think these are fake when the sales figures are so high. But in just this stack alone, there's roughly 20 PSA 10 alternate art Giratina V.
That's a lot of Giratinas.
Pop
Gosh.
control in the market, bro. Pop control, baby. We have like barely even 1% of the market here.
So pop control, you'll hear this a lot with graded cards and people trying to control the population of cards. This doesn't work much anymore for Pokemon because the big hit cards are graded in the hundreds, sometimes thousands, sometimes tens of thousands. So you can't really do pop control like you used to back in the day, because there would be people who would, okay, let's say you've got a Dark Tyranitar card and there's only 12 tens and you have 4 of them. Well, you can destroy 2 of them to increase the price significantly for the other 2 that you have to sell them and make more money. But nowadays, that Giratina alt art's probably got, yeah, look on the screen. Yeah, he's got it right here. That's perfect. He's got it right here. 3,953 tens, 3,186 nines, 852, and then 805. So destroying 100 of these is barely going to do anything to the population. So you can't really pop control newer Pokemon cards anymore. I would say since the Sword and Shield era, maybe towards the end of the Sun and Moon era. But the old stuff, yeah, you could still pop control it, and there's still issues with that.
PSA 10 English Giratina from Lost Origin Altar. Yeah, this is market. Last souls were 840, 875, 869.
At 860 USD each, that's a total of 17,200. This is no stunt. This is Arvin's reality.
Oh, we just got to order for fucking 5 bags. That's $1,000 from Shopify. Oops.
That order coming through meant I got to see the process in action, and whether this would be a winner or a loser.
We just got to order. I mean, he's saying her name, so.
Pick some bags, Heather.
She just spent $400. She got 2 bags. No one was ordering, so I just did a little giveaway so someone would order. I said next person to order a Milky Bag will get 2 packs of EV Heroes.
So you get these 2.
Sometimes if it's slow, you just got to give some shit away and then people start ordering again.
Let me know what you want to do.
So since she got 2 bags, he's giving her the option to trade her 20 bag packs for either a box of Shiny Treasure.
Shiny Treasure, done.
So those 20 loose packs became a sealed booster box of a more popular set, which is the upsell.
Now he's gonna grab the phone, show her the bags.
Heather!
There's 5 rows.
Chad, I need to see some milk right now.
Heather, there's 3 bags. There's 3 bags in row 1, 4 bags in row 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 in row 3, 1, 2, 3 in row 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 in row 5. Pick your 2 bags.
Heather, what are you thinking?
That's her right there. She said she wants bag 1-1, which is the first one in row 1, and then the second bag in row 3. So we're gonna grab her bags. All right, Josh, grab 1-1 and 3-2.
1, 3, 2.
1-1, here we go.
So what we do is we grab the bag, put it there, and then grab 3-2.
1, 2, 3. Here we go. 1 and 2.
Just so there's no funky business, we leave it there. We ask them to. This is an inside joke. We say confirm, deny, replace, replicate, recycle, donate, double the next person, regret, remorse, no refunds. It's been a joke for like months now.
Heather, confirm.
Gives them a chance to make sure we did it right. 'Cause sometimes when I'm doing this shit at 5 a.m., dude, I might grab the wrong row. Like she might say 4-2 and I might grab 3-2 without even literally knowing.
She's picked those 2.
Yep. So he's
Heroes pack first.
about to open the bags.
First, the free giveaway packs get open, and with no hit inside, they're mostly an afterthought.
Nothing out of that pack. So Michelle, you were asking if we're training someone. So no, we have a special guest here. They're doing some filming.
We're training a gentleman called OKJ Love.
For legal reasons, that was a joke.
All right, we're gonna open the bag on the left.
Left or right? I see right. Chad, I need more votes than that. I need to see more votes. Left or right, Chad? Another left?
He's just trying to like boost the algorithm to get comments.
The more lively their chat is, the more their stream gets pushed in front of TikTok users, which means more customers.
All right, so he's gonna take the slab out.
87K likes, that's some
It's a
big
Japanese
stuff.
slab.
It's Japanese!
English and Japanese cards have different backs. This one's Japanese, so instantly, speculation of what the card is and what might be left for other buyers begins.
So that means the Latios is still live because that one's English. But this could be another big hit. It could be like Sabrina. Well, Sabrina's Gengar is a vintage Japanese card, so that back is modern. It could be Leafy on Poncho. It could be Mewtwo and Mew Altar.
Dragonite.
It could be Dragonite Altar.
Chad, what do we have? Do you think it's Dragonite, Mewtwo Mew, or the Eevee Poncho?
I'm gonna go with
Flip it, let's see.
Dragonite.
3, 2, 1. Okay, that's a floor. So that's a Charmander from Classic Collection.
Loaded floor!
Goated floors! So Bags just became a little more primed. If she hits another floor here, then Bags are hella primed. But if she hits a chase, then she hit a chase. If she does hit a floor here, she gets to trade her 2 floors for an insurance
Chad,
card.
last bag of magic.
As of right now, there's 16 bags left. All right, so Latios is still live. Latios is still live.
Chad, what do you think we're gonna get? Let's do a countdown. Chad, 3, 2, 1.
2 floors. Bags are primed.
So she gets to go to
So she spent $400 and it looks like a little bit more to get a booster box there. And she got $40 worth of slabs. Now, they're going to change this for some insurance, I'm sure, and she'll get, a $120 card or something like that. So she's going to be out probably $300 or more just from doing this. Which, again, is why I tell you guys, just go buy the cards you want. Go trade. You can take cards you have in your collection that you don't care for. Trade for the value of them. That's how I got my freaking Moonbreon. I paid $225 for a PSA 10 Moonbreon a little while ago, back when it was like $750 for the 10. Because I had 2 loose packs that were light, and I didn't give a crap about them that were vintage packs. And there you go. I had them for years. I paid $4 for each of the packs back in the day and used them. Sometimes you can even just buy some stuff, sit on it for a while. in the anticipation of trading it or selling it in the future to get more stuff for your collection. That's a way better method and strategy than this for building stuff in your collection. Because sure, you might get lucky and pull that Rayquaza Pikachu. That's a card I don't have. I'd love to have it, but I ain't about to drop 4K trying to chase that dang thing when I can just spend 4K to get it, or take a trade card and, you know, take off $2,000 for it and then spend some money out of my pocket. But the problem is the fact that we're talking in the thousands now for a lot of these big cards, that's new and that's crazy. And the last 4 years have been nuts.
Insurance now. Well, she can keep it if she wants.
Okay.
Heather, would you like to keep your 2 floors? You got 2 PSA 10s from Classic Collection. Would you like to keep your 2 floors, or would you like to trade your 2 floor slabs for one of these insurance cards? These are your options. My top personal picks would probably be the Celebi Altart, the Japanese Gold Star Umbreon. I don't know how the Mew SAR. So Heather just said she wants insurance. So let me know which one you'd like to do. This is still gas.
Chad, another order's in the queue.
Someone else just ordered?
Yeah.
So with the bags primed, like clockwork, another order comes through.
What would you pick, J-Love?
Honestly, if I was gonna pick, I would pick,
Obviously, value is value,
for
right?
value, I would pick this. If I was gonna pick.
That's not the most.
The Mew's not a bad pick, but I'll tell you exactly what you need to pick here. Players Gyarados, right here. If that's a 10, absolutely. Blastoise, if that's a 10, absolutely. Gold, Tag Team GX, Zoroark, and Greninja, if that's a 10, abso-freaking-lutely. And then maybe the Japanese red here. But yeah, like this is not that rare. This is not that rare. This is not that rare. Most of these things are not that rare. Some are. Some of the SARs are a little more rare. The Altarts are definitely a little more rare. But yeah, ultimately, you know, of these 3 choices, the Mew is the only one of these 3. Because the Celebi is a good card, but it's not that expensive raw.
Most expensive card, but it's underrated. This card used to be like $300-400.
Yeah.
She says do the Mew, so I think she wants this. So confirm with me you want this one. That's a beautiful card. Is that the one you want, Heather? Confirm. All right, she said confirm.
Despite losing, Heather did still walk away with a card. At no point does the stream truly feel like a loss, maintaining a vibe of general positivity.
All right, so
But it is a loss. She's out $200.
basically she spent $400. She had 2 floors. At least she's going with a nice card. That's basically. And she still gets the box. Oh, we haven't gone through those yet.
Oh my God, Chad, shiny Pikachu.
Oh shit, he just hit the baby shiny Pikachu.
Oh, let's go.
That's the top baby shiny.
Heather.
See, like they might not hit out of the actual slabs, but then the packs kind of make up for it sometimes. Like you might hit an absolute gas card.
2 bags at $200 each, that's 400 USD. Both cards were floors, the Classic Collection Charmander PSA 10 at $35, the Classic Collection Snorlax PSA 10 at $20, and the Shiny Treasure Box at roughly $40. That's a $305 loss.
I'm going to tell you guys something right now, something very important. If you're a long-term collector, this Snorlax is a 10 for $20 is a fantastic long-term hold. I'm just saying, whether this is the Chinese, the Japanese, or the English version of it, if you do character cards like this, there's a lot of people who just collect Snorlaxes. So over time, these have popular character cards have better value build just over time for Pokemon. So don't discount some of those cheapies just because they're cheapies now. Like, for example, I bought, I had a bunch of Platinum Arceus Charizards, and I graded like all of them. I had like 8 or 9 of them, graded them all of them came back as 9s and 10s. In fact, most of them came back as 10s. And back then, they were worth like $30 as a 10. Held on to them for years, and 2 years ago, I sold probably half of them for like $400 each, just because they were Charizards, even though they were just holofoils and reverse holofoils. So pay attention to those popular character cards. If you have value in mind, if you're not just collecting for fun, that's something to look for.
Trading those 2 floors for the Mew EX PSA 10, valued at about $100, means this is still a $260 loss for Heather.
This is business. So like,
Yes and no.
talk to me about like the relationship between hobby and business now. Do you still feel passionate about it
Okay,
as a collector?
I'm successful because I bought the cards that I like, right? If I had a personal collection, I'd probably have like one of every poncho. I like the Mario Luigi's a lot. Like, I think this 15th anniversary Pikachu looks gas. Like, the texture looks really cool. You don't see that card often. I feel like it's underappreciated.
That's true.
And most people, when they see it on stream, they've never seen it before. I try to make like most of the cards that are as chases, like cards that I personally would like to have in my PC, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Even the insurance cards, like, yeah, you're losing money, but I give them like 40 cards to choose from. So worst case scenario, you actually go home with a card that you actually enjoy. That's all that matters at the end of the day.
Many will say it's not about the money lost, it's about the entertainment and the thrill, the fun of being part of something, and that taking home a card is better than nothing. But you can't deny that this is a system where only one person truly wins.
And one of my favorite things about my stream is being able to show people the new cards that they've never seen before. When I show someone that McDonald's Squirtle that they've never seen, I was like, have you guys ever seen it? They're like, holy shit, this is so beautiful. I'm like, yeah, it's not the most expensive card either. It's like $400. I like that McDonald's Squirtle more than like this Black Label Poncho, which is like $20,000, right? So it's like not always about the money either.
Oh, black labels, so overpriced. I need to do a video on that too. Black labels, I think, are going to be the death of a lot of collectors and a lot of people who spend a lot of money of it, or for it, I should say. They're gonna be regretting this in time, but we'll see.
Like if you're talking about PC, like I like certain cards just because of the art.
Arvin's Milky Bags match his personal taste, making it tough for other TikTok streamers to keep up without being somebody that they're not. But even if they wanted to, it'd be a tough task because the Goated Pools collection is worth upwards of $500,000.
I got Screams. I think I have like 5 Psyducks. I got a couple there. Like this Mimikyu is pretty cool. I think this Prime Gengar is so undervalued right now. It's only like $800, which makes no sense.
Wait, $800 for Prime Gengar? Okay, so that's insane. I haven't paid attention to the Prime cards in years. Prime cards were garbage cards. Prime cards were absolute garbage cards for collectors. They were worthless for frickin' half a decade or more. The fact that that's $800 right now should illustrate just how hyped everything has gotten. Because I probably have like 5 of those things. I guess I need to grade them. Good gosh. Prime cards, we would trade those or sell them back to the card shops to try and get like legend pieces or the secret rares in the Heart Gold, Soul Silver era, because that's where they come from. I get that it's Gengar, but hey, that's another example of what I said earlier. It's a popular fan favorite card. It's gone up like crazy over time, so I mean, I guess that makes sense for Gengar, but I wonder what the rest of the Prime cards are.
Oh, there's that Karen's Umbreon you were looking for. Look, fucking Swirl PSA 10.
Oh, that's nice, dude.
That's a gas copy of that card.
You know what's the most impressive card on this entire table that he's not talking about? This right here. This is the Japanese Dark Charizard e-reader web series promo from Japan. This one is a very rare card to find and a very unique card because it's a Rocket Charizard in an e-reader format.
Holy shit, ready? 3, 2, 1.
I don't think they're going to show it.
These are all Giratina still that we have. Wow! Put the little Axie at it. Wow!
What price point purchase?
700. Whoa.
$700.
And that's like almost 1K. All right, those are all 10s.
They say we never bought them. Well, here's what's left.
These are all 10s?
Yeah, every card is a 10.
We have like 5 to 10 PSA 9s in the other room, but...
Those are all English 10s.
Where do you draw the line between the cards that you're buying for the Milky Bags and then the cards that you're putting in your collection?
It's both. Like, if I was gonna have a PC, I'd have a couple Latiosioses. Why do I have, I don't know, 15 of them here? Because in case I wanna sell them, I can sell them, but worst case scenario, I still have at least 1. Cards that I really like, I'll try to buy as many of them.
But this is your collection, right?
In a way, yeah.
I'm getting desensitized. Do you have
Here's the problem. People who run businesses like this can't keep large collections generally because they got to keep the money flowing, which means most of your cards have to go up for sale. This is one reason why I don't do a Pokemon business. People tell me I should because I've been in it since I was freaking 8, but it'll kill the hobby for you because most of the cards you have to get rid of them. Your PC is going to have to be so small because you have to sell your cards to get income to buy other cards.
ever feel this
Oh,
way as well?
100%. Also, it does come in with money too, right? I didn't make as much money back then, right? So I was like, whew, like when I buy this $700 Altar PSA 10, that's a lot of money, right, for the average guy. But then like, when you're like making more money, I remember the first time I got a poncho, I was like, oh shit, this card's like almost $5,000. Now I'm just like, all right, like this is no different to me than this Van Gogh. I like basically feel the same. Like dude, we're looking at like over like 200 grand of cards on the table right now.
The days of heading to a store to buy a couple of packs are gone. For some, the introduction or rebirth into Pokemon cards comes from mystery pack products like Milky Bags. The collecting landscape has well and truly warped, and the expectations of how far your dollar goes has changed with it. So what does that mean for the next generation of card collectors?
Do you ever worry that like a kid's first
There we go. There it is. There's the Charizard. Right down there. Yeah, it's got the e-reader border. Yeah, that's a cool thing. And as for the kids, they're screwed. So be nice to the kids. Give them cards. Give them stuff from your collection. Help them out. Don't be an a-hole chasing money, because the poor kids are the ones most affected by this. And if we don't have a lot more new, younger people coming into the hobby dies long term, because the old people start to die out or lose interest and can't keep up with it, because their lives change so much. And yeah, you don't have new kids coming up and playing the TCG and collecting the cards and playing the games and all that, because it's been outpriced for them. So it's been rough on the kiddos.
introduction to Pokemon is through something like Mystery Bags, where it's basically gambling.
Kids don't buy Milky Bags, Julian. Let's be honest. What kid has
You don't know that. They can be. They absolutely can be. Fortnite gets into lawsuits all the freaking time about, hey, my kid stole my credit card and it was too easy for them to buy stuff online. I guarantee that stuff happens on TikTok all the time.
a credit card, putting their credit card info, spending $199? They might take their parents' card and do it, but no kid is going on to Shopify, GoToPolls.com and doing that, right? So that argument is invalid, respectfully.
Okay, he's got protections on his website. That's good. For if what he's claiming true, he's got protection on his own website. The problem is, if you go through other things, you can still get it. If he has a TikTok shop, stuff like that, yeah.
Kids aren't dropping thousands of dollars on my stream.
Right.
You literally legally cannot buy if you're not over 18, right? So you're not a kid if you're over 18. A kid going into Walmart, a kid can go with $1,000 cash, buy $1,000 of temporal forces blisters. That's a much worse financial decision than buying Milky Bags, my friend. Good luck making ROI on that, right?
While I don't fully
The kids aren't thinking about ROI, bro. See, this is the problem with Pokemon right now. It's way too much about the money. The kid goes, holy shit, that Squirtle card, this is cool. Look how cool this is. I could show it off to people. I want to go up. You know how many kids come up to me at conventions and just want to show me their collections? Which, by the way, some of those kids got some crazy shit. Never underestimate the kids. They will show you stuff like, oh, that's just a casual, entire first edition Shadowless set. He goes, yeah, I got it for my dad. He didn't want it anymore. I'm showing it off. I'm like, oh, well, don't sell that. Don't let anybody talk you into selling that right now. Because I'm not kidding, man. Those kids got crazy cards. But yeah, a lot of people, and even adults, even older collectors, they just want to collect. I'm not worried about like every card I come across, it's ROI. I'm worried about, okay, did I overpay or underpay for it in the long term? Because it's going to sit my collection for 30 years. That's a lot of people's mentality out there. So the kids are not thinking about ROI, man. They're just collected cool cards and cool stuff that they like.
fully agree with it. I can see the point Arvin's trying to make, because Milky Bags are just a variation of the chance component already present in Pokemon cards. So if you don't care about playing the TCG or the rest of the cards in a new Pokemon card set, if you only care about the value of Pokemon cards, then the potential monetary upside from a Milky Bag outweighs the money you could gain buying a booster box, because in reality, they're both a roll of the dice. Perhaps the issue then is the parasocial relationship between streamer and customer, and how far goated pools will push that to make some money.
Oh, this is like a new product we're thinking about starting. It's gonna be like a $70 product with like chases that are like 80, 90, 100, 150, $200 slabs. See, like these are still nice cards though. Like this Vileplume might be only $80, but it's a beautiful card, dude. Like this is undervalued in my opinion.
So,
Pikarom, bro, come on. Kawaii art.
We've been working on the product for a long time, and it has to make sense. So,
See, they're all beautiful.
lowest end of the ceilings are going to be $80, and then your highest value is going to be $200.
So it's a $70 product. The chases were gonna be like from $80 to $200.
34 floors, 16 chases, 5 backpacks.
So if people that wanna like taste the market with us,
So that's actually not as horrible as the other bags he showed. If you're just trying to get a variety of stuff, but again, most people are still gonna be losing money on it, no matter what money they could use for other stuff they actually want. Because sure, that Ninetales is a really cool card, but there may be a kid who does not care, or a collector who does not care about that Ninetales.
but they don't have the money to spend $200, $400, $600, $2K, $3K, $5K. They can still have fun a little bit. Maybe add some cool cards to their
Just
collection.
lowering the entry point for people.
Yeah, basically.
These are the aptly titled Pigeon packs. The same setup as Milky Bags, but at $80, they're a fraction of the price. Essentially a gateway to gambling. It's an unregulated Wild West where more players are losing money than winning. But above all of that, there's more people having fun doing it than there are haters. And whether you agree with it or not, the money keeps rolling in. So why would they ever stop?
I feel like I'm being very transparent and honest. Like,
Yeah.
We're not scammers, it's a business at the end of the day, right? Everybody knows you can get an Evolving Skies pack for $10 and we sell it for $15, right? We're profiting, right?
Yeah.
But we're also providing an experience at the end of the day, right? Anything.
And to his credit, this is a very big insight into his company and what he's doing with all of this stuff. So to his credit, he is being very transparent on it. This is not necessarily a scam if he's showing you all this stuff right up front and saying these are your chances of how much money you'll lose, or these are your chances of how much money you'll gain. And definitely not a scalper, but again, I can't recommend doing this for any collector, even old or new. Rip and ships are one thing. If you just can't find some products or don't want to go to the stores and just have it shipped to you, have some fun with people online, fine. But mystery bags, that's where you start to have some issues.
That makes money, someone's gonna lose. Anything. You gotta play responsibly at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Play responsibly. Don't degen too hard. Or else, yeah, you might not like what you did the night before.
Yeah.
Wake up, wait. Look at your credit card bill. Did I spend $4,000 at goated pulls last night? You did. I'm sorry I milked you, my guy. Respectfully.
So that's the video. Yeah, very good video by OKJLove in here. I'm gonna be making more videos like this and a variety of other videos on my channel because I need to be doing stuff on TikTok anyway. So let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know what you guys think about this whole look into a Pokemon card casino. I did learn some stuff in this video, like that people are actually doing like 15-to-1 bounties and dropping $1,000 on each freaking card and then getting nothing, and winners taking home like 20K. I mean, good gosh, that's a big problem. But yeah, it's a business at the end of the day, and as long as people are going to spend and do this, he's going to continue to make money. So as much as, you know, I might tell people not to do it and other people might say not to do it and it's a bad idea, there's plenty of people out there doing it. If he's making $10, $20, $100,000 a freaking day doing all this kind of stuff. However, it does become interesting. I wonder how often he runs out of stock, because it's hard to find some of these cards, and eventually, and if the card prices go up, you have to pay more, and then you have to charge more, and with how volatile the market is, I wonder if they have periods where they run out of stock. You know what? In fact, let's check his website. Let's see if his website's live. Okay, so here's his website currently right now. This is his Milky Bags for this. It is sold out, but it doesn't tell me when it sold out. And then he's got these Pigeon bags for $90, so the price is a little higher than what they said in the video. But yeah, I mean, it still looks like his site is up, so not an endorsement of it. Again, I highly recommend you guys don't do it, but I bet you I don't know how often he sells out or anything like that, but it's definitely there, and there are many sites like this. So that was the video from OKJLove. Again, let me know what you think. I know I just already said that. I'm trying to get used to doing kind of reaction content videos. Just know that when I do these videos, it's not going to be so much controversy about individuals. It's going to be more of a general sense where I can provide information, clarity, history, different things like that from a collector who's been doing this for a while. I'm not going to get into the whole, oh, I don't like this person, oh, I don't like this person because they're below my sensibilities or some crap like that. I don't like drama stuff. So yeah, look forward to more content. Let me know how I'm doing, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, you goofballs.